Turkey upset, top officials given life terms in mass preliminary. Among those sentenced were 2 men who raged the public telecaster to have the upset announced on live TV. A huge number of individuals have been held since the bombed overthrow, which murdered 251 regular people. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan put the plot on a development drove by US-based Muslim pastor Fethullah Gulen. Mr. Gulen, when a partner of the president, denied inclusion. A sum of 289 preliminaries have occurred since, as per Anadolu News Organization. The preliminary reaching a conclusion on Wednesday traces all the way back to October 2017 and is portrayed as the last case in the capital, Ankara. The greater part of those blamed were individuals for Turkey's official Watchman regiment. Since the time the bombed overthrow, Mr. Erdogan has focused on Gulen allies. With numerous Turks losing their positions in the public area just as in the military on doubt of help for the development. Turkey keeps chief naval officers who censured Goliath Channel. Turkey's injury following quite a while of the tanks. Why did Turkish upset plot fizzle? Who has been indicted? 22 of those being investigated in the supposed official Watchman regiment preliminary have been given life terms. Another 2,500 Turks have effectively been imprisoned for life in before cases. Erdogan, Turkey's aggressive president. The preliminary zeroed in on the raging of the General Staff building and public telecaster TRT, where the plotters constrained a commentator to peruse an explanation that the military had taken control to shield majority rules system from Mr. Erdogan. Among those imprisoned for life were former COL Mohammed Tanju Pasher, who drove the raging of TRT and the control of the structure. Former LTCOL Umit Cenker, blamed for holding TRT staff at gunpoint and driving moderator Tijan Karas to communicate the upset presentation. Ex-Maj Fadakar Aksa, who drove the unit that attacked the General Staff HQ. Ex-Maj Osman Kolter, responsible for security at the official complex. Ali Yazıcı, a previous military assistant to President Erdogan. Prosecutors suggested that the greater part those being investigated be cleared for having no job in the plot. During the tumultuous evening of 15 to 16 July 2016, a segment of the military impeded scaffolds over the Bosphorus in Istanbul. Held onto TV channels and focused on parliament while the president was on vacation. He before long prevailing with regards to flying into Istanbul, his allies rampaged and inside the space of hours the overthrow was finished. The bombed overthrow keeps on projecting a shadow over Turkish public life, and especially over President Erdogan's relationship with the military. When 104 resigned chief naval officers marked an open letter this week reprimanding an immense Istanbul waterway project supported by the president. 10 of them were confined to deal with indictments like those leveled against the overthrow plotters. The head of the Good Party, Meral Akşener, blamed Mr. Erdogan on Wednesday for utilizing the ex-chief naval officer's assertion as an affection to disregard the issues that made a difference to Turks. She talked about governmental issues being overwhelmed by an attitude that blamed each rival for psychological oppression or of plotting an overthrow. Defying analysis of the expense and climate sway project from resistance lawmakers on Wednesday, Mr. Erdogan told MPs in his decision AK party that the $9.2 bn, pound 6.7 bn, euro 7.7 bn, trench would go on if you like it.